Hello and welcome back to Here We Go football team t-shirt design help video. This is chapter 3, editing the file in Adobe InDesign. In this chapter I'll show you how to work on colors and text and how to go around changing them. My name is Maria, I'm a graphic designer and I'll be your guide throughout this tutorial. So let's get started. First, let's open up the Adobe InDesign. In this case, we're working with InDesign CS 5.5. So let's open the file. As you can see, there are two types of InDesign files. We have the InDesign and the markup file. If you're using the earlier version of Photoshop, like CS5 or CS4, use the markup files. I'm going to open up the InDesign file. And here we go. In order to change the colors, you simply have to open the swatches panel, go to Window, Color, Swatches, or F5 on your keyboard. Double click on the color you wish to change. All the colors are so-called global colors, so you don't have to select each object individually. I'm changing it to red. Now I'm going to do this for other orange. And finally, I'm adding the dark red. As you can see here, I have the preview button checked. So if you want to see change of colors in real time, just make sure to check the preview button. And here we go. We changed the colors. It's as simple as that. Now, if you want to change individual types, let's ungroup this, and let's say we want to change this and this into something blue. We would just double click here in the Tools panel, and I'm just gonna select a green one. I'm gonna add this to CMYK swatch so I can edit this color later. And this is why usually it's a good thing to make sure you have the global colors, because you don't have to then go one by one and change them. And voila, I've got my design changed. It applies to all the elements in the design, so if you want to change specific elements, just select the color. And let me just change this, for instance, into something dark blue. And here we go. That's it when it comes to editing the colors. Now, when it comes to editing the text, we have 3 different approaches. You can select text here in the Tools panel, and once you hover over the text, as you can see, it will show the cursor will change. We can select T on our keyboard, and again, it's a shortcut to selecting a text tool, or simply select the text, double click on it, oops, and I'm just going to type in something. Okay, so now when this happens, that means the text is bigger than the frame, so I'm just going to make the frame bigger. And here we go. One note about text. If you want to change the color of the text, for instance, let's say we want to change this. If you just simply select the text color, you will actually color the frame, because things work a little bit different when it comes to Adobe InDesign. In order to, let me just remove this. In order to change the color of the text, you either need to select the text, or let's say we're changing the color of all 3 text items here. Here right below the colors, you'll find a little T. You click on it, and now you can select the color of the text, and only the text will be selected. Okay. Now, when it comes to editing the text, we need to open our text panel. If you don't see it, go to Window, type in Tables, Character, or simply press Ctrl T on your keyboard and it will open and close at the same time. When we select the text, here on top, right below the menu, you'll see 6 different cap settings, and I'm just going to select all caps to make the text written in all caps. You can also go to Type, change case, and then uppercase. Okay. Here we have the same story we did when it comes to Adobe Illustrator, and basically this is the same thing when it comes to all the Adobe applications. In the character panel, first you can change the font. So let's say I'm going to change it to this. Now this is a font style. Let me change the font style. Here, of course, if you hover with your cursor over the icons here, you can see exactly which one does what. So this one is easy. We can make the text bigger, smaller. This is the space between 2 lines of a text. If we had 2 lines, then we would use that. Kerning and leading. Basically, we are changing the space between the characters. We can make the text taller, wider, etc., etc. Play with it. Make sure to check out different options and you'll know exactly which option does what. Okay, that was it. Before you send your InDesign file to your printer, make sure to create outlines out of text. Again, this is a good practice. Every time you're sending your file to be printed, make sure to create outlines. So we select the text, we click here, create outlines, and then make sure to save this file differently. So if you want to change the text again, maybe colors or whatever, you can go back into the original file and have the editable text. Right now the text is no longer editable. It's basically now InDesign vector object. Okay, save the file, and that's it. That was it for chapter 3. In the next and the final chapter, we'll talk about editing the file in Adobe Photoshop, and I'll see you then. Bye.